stunning new report from ABC News raising very serious concerns about Donald Trump's handling of highly sensitive U.S. national security information. According to ABC, the former president allegedly shared data about the nation's nuclear submarine fleet with a foreign member of his Mar-a-Lago club back in April of 2021. That member, an Australian billionaire, then allegedly discussed the information, very classified information, with more than a dozen other people, including foreign officials and journalists.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So I appreciate you guys. We are building a great community here together. And we've got all types. Believe it or not, there are a ton of leftists in the comments. And guys, I don't know about you, but it's starting to feel like, to me, that every single leftist, every far left liberal, whatever you want to call them, it's like you guys all go to the same school and learn the same lazy talking points. And the crazy part is, these are the people that are talking about upholding democracy and pretending to defend the American system with their first breath. And then the very next breath, they're talking about indictments as if they're evidence, and they're treating charges as if they're disqualifying, unless you're a Senator Gold Bar Bob. Of course, then we need to let the justice system run its course. Pretty amazing stuff. They just keep repeating. Haven't you read the indictments? Well, now, this video isn't going to go line by line through every indictment against the man, although we should do that one pretty soon, and I will. That's a time-consuming one. But if you just throw a random dart at the charges, you're bound to find some tricky legal play, some random interpretation of 160-year-old Reconstruction-era law, hearsay, misinformation, and everything in these indictments comes down to unproven or hearsay allegations, basically. And really, the impressive thing is how quickly these mushy-brained victims of propaganda can reset their brains. They truly believed with every fiber that the man was sitting on and selling nuclear codes. Now they don't even remember believing that. There's a new insane dream for them. Every few days, they come up with something new, something even more crazy that they believe even more. The constant drip of mushy mind control. And bro, they believe it. And the most recent one, of course, leaked by the very upstanding DOJ and the honorable and completely unimpugnable Jack Smith, is that Trump was showing off secret nuclear sub-technology to some random rich guys who then proliferated the information all over the world. So now even CBS has debunked and destroyed this, but like any good propaganda, that does not matter to these people. Just let's take a look at what is feeding the injured brains of some of these poor people.
Right. As Sean says, it was always a question about what Trump was doing with these highly classified documents that he stored over there at Mar-a-Lago. This potentially sheds some serious light on that, right?
Yes, and it takes it to a whole new level of understanding of the negligence of his behavior with such sacred information that, people put their lives at risk for. Right. I mean, I have to tell you, Wolf, I am sick to my stomach just reading and learning this news exactly of what they believe it was that he shared, because it's the silent service, the submariners who spend months at sea. And I think about just what a betrayal to have a former president of the United States sharing this information that could be easily given to foreign adversaries who are eagerly seeking this type of information that could put all of our national security at risk.
So here's how things work. ABC, they initially put out complete and total garbage. Then every leftist channel, every leftist publication and ecosphere just parrots, repeats, and embellishes. No one questions it. No one cares to question it. They have their chosen team getting crushed in the polls by a guy that they've been trying to convince you is a dangerous criminal, and you're just not playing along and buying anymore. So they figured, well, damn, billionaires, nukes, Trump, secrets, this story has it all. They've got to believe this, and here's the best part. Even when a pretend moderate group like CBS debunks it, they still do it in a way that makes sure that the truly propagandized are going to feel the need to keep believing it. It truly, truly is amazing.
And Anthony is one of the most successful men in the world. Perhaps Australia's most successful man, as they say.
CBS News has learned that discussions between Australian billionaire Anthony Pratt and former President Donald Trump at Mar-a-Lago were probed by special counsel investigators after allegations that Trump may have shared potentially sensitive information about U.S. nuclear submarines. First reported by ABC News, that information may have included the number of nuclear warheads and how close U.S. submarines can get to enemy subs without detection. While some information is publicly available, former military officials tell CBS News the subs' locations are the crown jewels of U.S. national security.
It's just another example of him being careless, if not reckless, with our most sensitive secrets.
It's also alleged Pratt may have then shared the submarine information with other Australians.
Except it is like highly confidential secret.
Earlier this year, CBS News obtained an audio tape where former President Trump discussed a classified military attack plan on Iran at his New Jersey golf club.
What's the potential ripple effect for national security?
With each telling of the story, people get far less concerned about being discreet or about protecting information.
On Truth Social, Trump called the new claims, quote, false and ridiculous. A spokesman for Pratt's company did not immediately respond. Sources tell CBS News there's no indication that Trump showed Pratt sensitive records, and no charges have been brought by the special counsel. Nora.
Catherine Herridge, thank you.
So yeah, man, so that's the report that tries to explain that. You know, this didn't actually happen. And they still can't bring themselves to tell you that it didn't happen. And now we're finding out, you know, that this was a leak from Jack Smith's prosecutors to ABC News, the very people that have been begging any judge that will listen to gag and silence Donald Trump. They're now the ones trying to try their case with lies in the media. And obviously this surprises no one that's actually paying attention. But here's the crazy thing. There are people in our chat watching this video right now that still believe it, without a doubt. I mean, I don't know who we're kidding. These same people still believe that Hillary's bogus dossier is real. They believe Trump a Russian asset or something like that. You can't make it up. So here's the kind of stuff that these people believe. According to ABC News, they never verified it, but claim that it's okay they didn't verify it. They're okay to believe it because they assumed it was investigated by Jack Smith. They never asked themselves, if this was investigated and it was legit and it's coming from Jack Smith, why didn't they charge it? They don't ever ask themselves that. They don't care. That doesn't matter to them. They just put it out there to their victims. And according to Pratt, so here's what they're putting out. According to Pratt's account, as described by the sources, Pratt told Trump that he believed Australia should start buying its submarines from the United States, to which an excited Trump, leaning towards Pratt as if to be discreet, then told Pratt two pieces of information about U.S. submarines, that's, you know, the supposed exact number of nuclear warheads they routinely carry, and exactly how close they supposedly can get to Russian submarines without being detected. Pratt reportedly described Trump's conversation about the subs with 45 people, which were 6 reporters, 11 Mar-a-Lago employees, 10 Australian officials, and 3 former Australian prime ministers, which sounds pretty damn specific for something that they don't even really have the ability to verify. ABC News said that Trump never showed any government documents to Pratt. In fact, according to Pratt, everything Trump told him about the nuclear submarines was already in news reports because Joe Biden's negotiations with Australia over selling the subs. So now every moron who can't think for themselves, they believe this trash. And they also somehow believe this one moment had something to do with Israel, something to do with Hamas, and Trump, of course, in his loose lips, are responsible for all the world's woes and all the world's wars. So here's what's really going on here. This has nothing to do with Smith's case. It does, however, have everything to do with Smith's need to try this case in the court of public opinion, because he knows that he has nothing working in these cases. All they are is leaking garbage. And remember, guys, I already reminded you, these are the same people that floated the theory that it was possible to exclude Trump from seeing the discovery for his own defense because he couldn't be trusted with leaks. Well, here they are leaking secondhand reports of something someone supposedly might have said. And of course, the bloodlust media just runs with it. And, you know, here we are with every brain dead person we know playing gotcha in Told You So. They're telling you, I told you so. Just like they finally cracked the code. But remember, they've cracked the code about 15 previous times, and times that were just as ridiculous as this. But anyway, it's a crazy world. I thought you guys would like to see that. That's just my take. Let me know your take in the comments. And guys, if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.